Good morning. My name is Niputra Arista Dewi. You can call me Arista. I'm student of Diplomatry English Department, Ganesha University of Education. Now I'm practicing to handle a tour which is named Balinese House Architecture. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Arista. I'm pleased to be your guide on behalf of Narvato. I'd like to welcome you all to Bali. I hope you all will enjoy this tour. The bus ride to the destination will take about 2 hours. Right now, I'd like to take a minute to familiarize you with the area and discuss some brief safety precautions. Firstly, you have to fasten safety belt and remain safe until we reach our destination. You can relax and enjoy the trip. Secondly, when we arrive at our destination, please double check to make sure your bag has been taken off the bus. Thirdly, because at our destination, we will see the traditional house compound of Balinese people, please stay in compliance with the exiting regulation. I'm sure you will definitely enjoy this tour. Bali has a variety of tourism objects, starting from tours such as beach and mountains. But what about traditional tourism? From a physical perspective, Bali does have cultural characteristics and traditional customs. One of them is a traditional house, namely a house with architecture and stone models that are themed with a temple, a place of worship for Balinese Hindus. Unfortunately, not many people know how the typical Balinese settlement is. On this tour, I will take you to the special tourist spot to introduce the distinctive side of traditional Balinese life. The tourist spot is called the Rumah Desa or Village House, which is located in Marga Village, Tabanan Regency, Bali. Concept of traditional Balinese house architecture can be interpreted as a spatial layout that accommodates the life of Balinese people, who have developed from generation to generation, with all the rule intricate from ancient times to the present. Balinese architecture is a vernacular architecture style, designed using local materials such as brick, stones, coconut, wood, straw, bamboo, and sticks. The burrowed house that reflects the Balinese Hindu tradition, which has the characteristic of Asian culture and art in every design element, creating harmony as well as comprehensive integration between the microsome or Buana Alit and the macrosome Buana Agung. Is of Bali of the Hindus community in Bali. All of these come from the texts of Hasta Kosawi and Astagiri. The description of the teachings of Sri Hitakarana and its relation to the concept of Sri Mandala is a human relationship with God whose activity is done in the main mandala. Human relations with each other are carried out in Madhu Mandala, and human with their natural environment are carried out in Mr. Mandala. And the process of traditional Balinese house architecture will always be accompanied by the series of ceremonies, starting from the process searching for material, determining the line for the boiled or yard with the nyukat karang, and mecharu ceremonies as request to change the function of the seat or land, the ceremony for making standard size or gugulak, The ceremony for Nurwak as a request to build a building. The ceremony for Namaku, the ceremony for painting the first stone near Daksina, for safety and supervision to Begawan Wisma Karma as the god of Balinese traditional architecture or Undaji, so that during the development process is without disturbance and mistake the ceremonial melaspas and the ngurip statement are grateful for the creation of new form. And the recognition is that form has magical power and souls like human and other creatures. Next, we will look at the traditional Balinese house pattern. To find out the spatial pattern of traditional Balinese house, I will invite you to see and recognize the parts of space in traditional Balinese house. Before we enter the house, you will angkul-angkul. These angkul-angkul are building that are similar to the Candi Bentar gates, which have the main function as a entrance gate. The difference between angkul-angkul and the Candi Bentar gate is that the roof connected. The two buildings is parallel. After walking through the angkul-angkul, we will see alun-alun. This is the entrance which function as a diversion for the entrance so that the entrance is not straight in, but sideways. This is so that the view from the outside does not go straight inward. Aling-aling is also a barrier between the angkul-angkul and the yard of the house, which function as a neutralizers from negative disturbance. Then after passing through the aling-aling, we will also go to the background or the middle page as an outer space. Then there is the Pemerajan or female temple, which is a building that is commonly used as a place of worship and prayer. Every traditional house in Bali must have this building. The location of this Pemerajan or female temple is usually in the northeast corner of the traditional house building or kaja-kanin in Balinese. After that, there is Umah Meten or Bali Meten, which is the room that is usually used to sleep the hair of the family or doll, so that the position must be kept respectable, namely in the north or Kaja in Bali. After that, there is Bali Pulekatsangi, or some call it a Bali Dao. Usually use a room to receive guests and boys, beds that are placed on the west or cow in Balinese. This is part of the house must be positioned lower and then Bali material. Another distinctive flavor is the presence of the support pole in this room. However, the number differ from the one house to another. Next, we will look at the Bali Sakapan. This Bali is usually used for the bed of children or other junior family members. Next, we will look at the Bali Sakapan. Bali is usually used for the bed of children or other junior family members. In addition, Bali Sakapat is often used as a place to relax for family members, which the extension of Bali Sakapat, Balinese families will become from familiar with each other so that a harmonious relationship will be expensive. Bali Sahabat is usually located in the south or cloud in Balinese. There is also a and finally there is also a lumbung. A barn is a place to store Arabs crops.
Sumpah dengar yang ini.
Sepi di Jepang ya.
Mẹ lewat ini.
And finally, there is also a lumbung. A barn is a place to store crops in the form of rice and other garden products. That is the pattern of traditional Balinese house that have their respective function. Hopefully you can understand about the function and form of each building after seeing the traditional Balinese house pattern. I hope you enjoyed our visit to this village house tour. Don't hesitate to ask me if you don't understand the pattern and function of traditional Balinese house. Narvatur offer a variety of special discounts depending on your travel plan. We have super package as well as great guide mountains climbing tours, trekking, and underwater travel. There will be a short information session at 2 p.m. in the lobby of the hotel tomorrow where you can learning about these offers. We recommended that you do not purchase a package from street vendors as they are not always 100% reliable. They also may change you more than what they say. Please take my advice and allow Narvatur to book all of your day trip and activities while you are here in Bali. Apart from traveling around traditional house, Rumah Desa also provides other packages such as shopping, a traditional market, trekking, to planning the flight. These activities were included in the package as part of introducing traditional community activities in Bali to worldwide audience. Now we are going to the next destination that you will love. Thank you for your attention everyone. Thank you for using our tour service. On behalf of Narvatur, we wish you all pleasant and memorable vacation here in Bali. And I hope you to see you tomorrow at the information session. Thank you so much. Om Santi Santi Santi.